The Kool Hits 105.7 studios are sponsored by Southern Ohio Medical Center. Cancer can be very scary, and cancer care can be complicated, but the SOMC Cancer Center takes you from what appears to be a maze to amazing care. SOMC, very good things are happening here.
Kool Hits 105.7 WLGC FM. Rena, Ashland.
Kool Hits 105.7 and the Kool Hits Sports Network now presents Let's Talk Sports. We'll take a look at scores and sports stories, talk with coaches, players, and others. It's Let's Talk Sports, brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, Stoltz Pharmacy in Greenock, Kentucky Farmers Bank, River Cities Builders, and J.D. Flooring of Greenock. Now, here's your host for Let's Talk Sports, James Collier.
Regular season is in the books as we change the chapters over to the postseason. Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Let's Talk Sports. James Collier, happy to have you along with us here on this gloomy Saturday morning, kind of like my producer and the music he just played coming into the show. Something about a percolator. I don't know. I told myself if I was driving down the road, I'd jump out of my car and probably try to let it run over me. What in the world? Either way, regular season games finished. Postseason starts up on Monday. District tournaments. The following Monday, we start up at the regional tournament. We'll be at Morehead State next Saturday. We'll be on around 10 o'clock. It all depends on once the girls and the boys draws have all completed. We'll be on Kool TV. It'll also be on Kool Hits 105.7 FM. But we'll break everything down. We'll talk with some coaches. We'll make our picks. And then, of course, Monday the 4th over in Morehead, that'll start the tournament. Girls will play Monday, Tuesday, boys Wednesday, Thursday, girls semifinals Friday, championship on Saturday. Then we take Sunday off, back for the Monday on the 11th. That'll be the boys semifinals, boys championship on Tuesday. Girls Sweet 16 begins on that Wednesday, and then the boys Sweet 16 the following Wednesday. And again, all the boys action you can catch right here from every tip to the nets coming down at Rupp Arena right here on the Kool Hits Sports Network. We're going to break down the district tournaments, give you the times, the venues. I'm going to make my picks. We will have on our website, koolhits1057.com, tomorrow, our final district or final region standings, our final top 10. It's 5 of us, well, 5 plus myself, that vote each and every week. So we'll have our final picks there. And then, of course, we'll make our region picks next week once we see who is in the field of 8 at Morehead State. All right, last night in boys action, Bath County came from behind, down 11. They defeated Lewis County in Vanceburg 52-47. Boyd County hammers Greenup County 96-61. No trouble there for the Lions down in Lloyd. Not a ton of games last night in the local area. There's a lot of games to play, just not many around here. McGoffin County over East Ridge 87-55. Pikeville defeats Paintsville 69-53. And West Carter over Fairview 61-54. Nice job for Jeremy Webb and his crew. They roll off a 2-game winning streak there. They got a big win down in Frenchburg on Thursday night and then back it up last night with the win over Fairview at home. Over in the girls' side of things, Boyd County over Rowan 67-48. Double-checking here to see. Pikeville over Paintsville. They played a doubleheader boy-girl last night, 76-47. Raceland defeated Prestonsburg 56-51. And that rounded things out on the girls' side of things. So we'll take a look at all 4 districts, see who's playing whom, the dates, the times, and everything. I'll make my picks of who I think will be representing each of the districts at the regional tournament. Top 25 college basketball, things really heating up as we've got about 3 weeks, about 2 weeks, I guess it is, of the regular season left before going to conference tournament, and, of course, the NCAA tournament that gets rolling up there at the end of March. We'll take a look at some of those, some of the teams that's got games going on. And it's going to be a 2-parter today, Borders Sporting Goods Rant of the week. I'm angry. Man, I'm mad. It's so much I couldn't just put it in one. It's got to be 2. So we'll have that coming up later on in the show. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll start previewing the boys' side of things on the district tournament. That's when we return after this here on Let's Talk Sports on the Kool Sports Network.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road, Greenup, has been family owned and operated for over 30 years, featuring top-of-the-line material, guaranteed installation, and absolutely no one can beat JD Flooring's price. Need to replace your current flooring in one room or the entire house? Call JD Flooring in Greenup. 606-473-0411 for a free estimate. A call can get your house ready for any occasion. You'll absolutely love your new flooring from JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road, Greenup.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
The greatest songs of all time. You've got Kool Kids 105.7.
Back here on Let's Talk Sports on the Kool Sports Network. Time for district tournaments. And, you know, it's hard to believe that we're here. First off, I mean, it's crazy to think that, you know, we have played all the way through to this point, and now here we are. But things get really crazy this time of year. And it's when you get into the postseason, of course, everybody has their picks and everybody has their opinions, and we all have something else too. You know, everybody's got one, okay? It's all depends on what happens on that 84-foot surface whenever the ball goes in the air and you come down with it. But it's interesting to see how things will shake down and play out as we go through this thing. But we'll start first on the boys' side of things. This is the 61st district. They'll play these games at Rowan County. They'll start on the 27th, so that'll be on Tuesday. Boys will play at 6 and 7:30. The 1 versus 4, Fleming County got the flip over Rowan County. Again, they both were 5-1. They split in the regular season. Everything else was comparable across the board, so then it comes down to a coin flip. So Fleming County wins the coin flip. They're the 1 seed. Bath County's the 4. And Rowan County will play Menifee County at 7:30. They'll play their championship game on the 29th at 7 p.m. So I believe that will be on Thursday night. Now, looking at Bath County and Fleming County in the matchups earlier in the year, they lost to Fleming on the 31st of January, 90-76. And then all the way back on December the 12th, 71-48. I still have Fleming County as my 1 seed. Now, again, Fleming County lost to Mason in an ugly loss last week. That was without Seth Hickerson on the floor. But I think with a full collection of teams of players that's on that Fleming County team, it's not even close of what they're going to do in the district tournament. Now, on the other side of things, you got Rowan County and Menifee County. And again, Menifee County, they've got one of the better players in the region, in the Ricker kid. That kid's pretty phenomenal. But he can get to the rim, he can shoot it from anywhere he wants to, and he's liable to go out and drop 30 a night. Now, I've seen some teams that have taken him away, and there's been some other players that have stepped up. But the backside of it is they don't go very deep down the bench, even on the players that's on the floor. And that's one of the bugaboos that hurts Menifee County. Now, Rowan County, again, a hiatus last year, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was the first time Sean Thacker had missed the regional tournament of not making the field last year. They're back. They're ready to go, 20-10. They're in region 13-5. Now they've had some ugly losses along the way as they've gone through this little kind of ebbs and flows. They lost to Ashland in overtime at home. They fell to Morgan County 70-64 up in West Liberty. They had the big win over Fleming County and then got beat by Fleming County on the same time. So they lost to Fleming 61-51 in Flemingsburg, beat them in Moorhead 79-61. Their last two games out, they've beat Elliott and Russell 64-43, 73-63. This is a team that it's kind of been a different looking team for Sean Thacker this year. They want to get the basketball and get it up and down the floor. And that's something that's not characteristic of what you see. But then you go and look at the Ashland game, and that game was in the 30s late in the fourth quarter. So it's no secret that obviously Sean Thacker can set it down, make you guard somebody, and really try to burn off some clock if they need to take the air of the basketball. But I think at the backside of this is that the rematch between Fleming and Rowan County is going to be a phenomenal matchup. Do you give the hat tip to Rowan because it's at Rowan County, and on the backside of things, the fact of they beat up on Fleming pretty good that night, 79-61? I don't know. I think Fleming's playing some of the best basketball of anybody out there right now. And the Hargett kid, Adam Hargett, was just named the 16th Region Player of the Year. I think that shocked some people. I think there were there was probably maybe three very worthy adversaries that was in that conversation, but the Hargett kid's pretty solid. Lucas Jolly is the best point guard in the region. Come at me if you want to. That kid is phenomenal. He's about 5'9". He plays like he's 6'4". And I mean, when he gets downhill, he's a tough pill to swallow because he can get to the rim. He's so super strong. And the way they play their 2-3 zone, it's like watching Syracuse with Jim Boeheim. They're so wide, they're so long on the back line. They can really spread it out. The top of the zone comes up. They extend past the 3-point line. They can trap out of it. They can go 2-3 zone matchup out of it. They show a 2-2-1 zone press, but it's a very soft zone, just kind of making certain that you don't get into transition real easily. And then they fall back in that 2-3 and they get after you. So I think it's no secrets here. Rowan and Fleming are going to be the two teams coming out of the 61st. Where they shake down, that's still yet to be determined. But I'll make my picks on that in just a few. On the 62nd district for the boys, you've got East and West Carter. What a showdown this one's going to be, first off. You get the two bitter rivals that are going to play each other in the first round. They will play, all these games, too, by the way, are at West Carter High School. They will play on the 28th at 6:30. Elliott plays Morgan on the 27th at 6:30. Morgan's your 1, East the 2, West the 3, Elliott the 4. Morgan County, they lost the Preston Hoskins kid, and he was their leading scorer. And all of a sudden, Morgan County has looked like a juggernaut. Before Hoskins got hurt, they had broken 80 points only one time this season. That was a win over Pineville, 93-70, back on December 22nd. Since he's been off the floor, 3 of their last 4 games, they've broken 80 points. They beat Raceland 84-70. They beat Painesville 80-58, and they beat Powell County 88-78. Now, I'm not saying anything about the Hoskins kid. Kid's a phenomenal player. But the numbers aren't lying. I think that sometimes when you get a player that's the dude, okay, everything runs through that guy, sometimes it makes your offense a little stale. Now, the backside of that is this shows you just how deep Morgan County truly is. And Reese Griffith's doing a phenomenal job with those guys up there. But Eli and Gatlin Griffith on the floor, they're a pair of twins. Twins have a second sense. They know where each other are. I got a chance to see them at Raceham when they played up there. I think the two of them, if I'm not mistaken, Reese told me, they finished with 17 assists between the two of them that win. And the way they ran transition was phenomenal. And it was really weird how they shifted up against Raceham because the way they attacked was when Raceland's big man, if Connor Sutton was on the floor, they worked the outside shots. When he went to the bench, they started attacking. They got out in transition. And you don't just accidentally run into 3 games over an 80 or more by accident. They're not deep. That's the big thing, is they don't have a lot of depth. But you've got the twins, Cam Adams that can shoot it. Alan Justice is a really good guy in the post. He beats and bangs around with everyone. And they can all shoot the basketball. So I like Morgan County. I think they're solid. Listen, there's a good chance. I don't think there's a good chance. I think it's a guaranteed chance. They've been in the 5 spot just about all season long in our rankings. They beat Rowan County. You're going to see Morgan County be your number 4 when we do our final break. I will be shocked if it's not. But we will put those out tomorrow. Tomorrow night is when they'll fall as we put our final break rankings out for the district tournaments. East and West Carter, man, what a showdown. East Carter 16-11. West Carter is 9-18. Now, East Carter has kind of been a little bit of a roller coaster of a ride this year. But since losing to Morgan County on February 2nd, they lost 60-56 there in Grayson. They beat Bath County 62-45, Fairview 81-72. They grinded one out over Lewis County in Vanceburg 46-41. Lost to Rowan County 55-42, and then beat up on Russell last time out. This was on Tuesday night 57-42. And I've watched a lot of East Carter basketball this year. And when those guys get things clicking, they're as good as they come. I don't think you will find a more physical post player anywhere in the region than Blake Hall. He is just a warrior. He sticks his nose in there. He goes after the basketball. He does all the intangibles that you want for somebody inside. And it doesn't matter if he's going to score a single point. He's going to go out there and try to get double-digit rebounds every night. That's just the way he's wired. Now, the way that he plays in the post provides him several scoring opportunities. And he does a really good job around the basket. But when he's going, it doesn't allow teams to sag off to go try to help on Evan Goodman. And Evan Goodman is probably one of the purest shooters that you'll see in this area. Kid is in range from 22 feet in. And he can shoot anywhere on any side of the floor. Doesn't matter. He can attack the rim. He's great in transition. He's fast as a deer. The Scott twins, really good job. They handle the basketball very well. Gavin Sexton, Quentin Johnson. Those are the guys that have kind of been in the mix. And Cole Brammer's got him a little bit of depth. He can probably go about 7 deep. Now, on the other side for Jeremy Webb and his Comets, they were in a terrible losing streak. And some of those games that they lost in that losing streak were just games that just got away from them. 9 games to be exact. But then they go to Frenchburg and get a win over Menifee County. And then come back home last night and knock off Fairview, 61-54. Now, are those good wins? For most teams, no. But for going into a district tournament against your rival, on your home floor, on a win or go home, jerseys are getting taken up if you lose. You like your opportunities there. And I think they've got some really solid pieces. They've shown some really good glimmers of hope. The Raceland game, they were right there. There was one spot in that game that things went south. And that allowed Raceland to pull away, 57-42. West Carter was right there and just could not get over the hump. So can they find a way to keep things pushing forward is the question. But this one's going to be a war. I like East Carter. They're playing really well right now. But on the backside of things, You're in West Carter's backyard. This is a do-or-die game. Crazy things have happened, okay? Don't be shocked if this game isn't a 1 or 2 possession basketball game late in the contest. Now, the Raiders would love to go over there, stick their foot on the throat of the Comets and push this one out of reach. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a very phenomenal basketball game to watch. We will not be streaming the 60-second district, audio only, but you can listen to it on our YouTube page. We'll have the audio-only links there. You can also listen to it on the sports channel on the app if you wish. But we'll have the game there on YouTube. It makes it very easy for you to find. For those of you who are used to watching the games on Kool TV, it'll just be a link. It'll say audio only. Click on it and go right to it. Okay? So we'll try to make it as easy as possible. You don't have to go searching for stuff. But those games will play on the 27th and the 28th. Championship will play Friday night at 6:30 over in Olive Hill. All right, 63rd District. The 63rd is going to 63rd. That proved the point was proven last week when Lewis County, who hadn't won a district game all year, beat Greenup County in Vanceburg. And Greenup County hadn't lost a district game all year. Okay? Raceland may be the hottest team in the district right now. Russell may be the coldest team in the district. Yet when we put this thing in the air Monday night down in Lloyd, all bets are off. You know, Raceland had Russell beat at the Marv. They were down, I think, 14 points. And then Russell rolls off some ridiculous run, like a 23-2 run. Raceland needs this one. This game will play at 7 o'clock, a crazy schedule this week down in Lloyd, by the way. The boys are going to play on Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. The girls are going to play on Tuesday night. Then the girls' championship on Thursday, boys' championship on Friday. Go figure. But either way, down at Greenup County, we will be streaming these games. These will be on Kool TV. So, Raceland Russell Monday night. Girls will play on Tuesday night. Greenup Lewis on Wednesday night. Girls Championship Thursday, Boys Championship Friday. I watched Russell play against East Carter the other night. And I got to say, there's some issues. They really struggled shooting the basketball. East Carter did a great job of taking away what Russell wanted to do. And their outside shots were not falling. And I said, if anything happened in that game, East Carter showed the region, for this most part, Raceland, a blueprint of how to beat Russell. They limited Rimmer at the rim. They did not allow him to get in there and beat and bang around like he can do. The outside shots were contested. They were not able to just spot up and shoot open looks. And Russell couldn't get out in transition because they really struggled to shoot the basketball. And they couldn't get in their press. You know, they struggled to put the ball through the net. They went almost an entire first quarter without a rebound. A lot of that had to do because of Blake Hall, as he almost had double-digit rebounds in the first quarter. I think he had 8. That's what Raceland has to do to beat Russell. Russell's beat them both games. They've been good games, but Russell's beaten them both games. The backside of things is the biggest thing Raceland has to do, they got to get past the name on the chest when they go to Lloyd on Monday night. That one should be a good one. On the other side of things, Greenup County and Lewis County. You know, Lewis County had Bath County beat last night. They were up 11 and then just took their foot off the gas. Took some crazy shots. They were shooting threes all over the place. They shot to their average last night. Their average 3-point shots, 24.9%. Last night, they were 5 of 25. I'm sorry, 5 of 20 for 25%. You know, you got to look at your averages. Sometimes that's not your shot. Everybody wants to be 3-point shooters. Well, there's a lot of 3-point shooters out there. I want some 3-point makers. And it went from 11 to 3 in like a snap of a finger. And it was a couple of possessions. Scott Tackett talked about it last night in the postgame show. But when they played Greenup up in Vanceburg last week, I talked to Coach Tackett before the game, and I said, are you going to keep it close to the chest tonight, or are you going to throw everything at them except for the kitchen sink and maybe even that? He said, I'm going to put as many things on video that's going to make them have to think about everything we can possibly do. And that's what they did, and they won that ball game. That was Greenup's first loss and only loss in district this year, 56-53. So they've lost 3 straight, Bourbon County, Fleming County, and Bath County. Now, they played really well against Fleming, and then Fleming kind of started to pull away late. But the Fleming County loss was not a bad loss. Last night's loss to Bath County was. And that's not the taste that you want in your mouth going into that game. Now, on the other side of this, and Scott pointed this out. He said, listen, the number of games we've played this week is off the charts. He goes, but I'm not using any excuses. He goes, these are 16, 17-year-old kids. They got to be able to respond. But they played Friday, Thursday, Tuesday, Monday, Saturday, Thursday. 6 games in about 8 days. Okay, maybe the legs are a little jello, but they get plenty of time because they're the 4 seed, which typically would play on Monday. Now they don't play until Wednesday. So they get plenty of time to rest those legs up, really kind of focus on their opponent, and get things rolling whenever they roll out against Lewis or Greenup County. That game, again, will play on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Boys' side of things, it'll be Ashland and Fairview on Tuesday night at 7. These games will play at Boyd County Middle School, the big gym. Boyd County's the 1 seed. Rose Hill is not participating in the district tournament, so Boyd County gets the automatic bid into the regional tournament. Winner of Ashland and Fairview will play Boyd County in the championship on Thursday night at 7 o'clock. All right, so I've got my district winners as Fleming and Rowan, Easton Morgan. I'm going to go Raceland and Greenup, and then Boyd and Ashland, and that'll be your district field that goes into the regional tournament next week over in Moorhead. All right, we'll take a break. We come back, we'll switch sides, and we'll go to the girls and break those down. That's as we continue here on Let's Talk Sports on the Kool Sports Network.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV-compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
Hello, I'm Michael Bowling, Senior Vice President of Kentucky Farmers Bank. When you do business with Kentucky Farmers Bank, you're making an investment in your community. Your money stays local, we never sell your loan, and in turn, we invest in local families, churches, schools, and charities. We believe in our community, and that's why we are the better bank for loans.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for loans since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road, Greenup, has been family owned and operated for over 30 years, featuring top-of-the-line material, guaranteed installation, and absolutely no one can beat JD Flooring's price. Need to replace your current flooring in one room or the entire house? Call JD Flooring in Greenup, 606-473-0411 for a free estimate. A call can get your house ready for any occasion. You'll absolutely love your new flooring from JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road, Greenup.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
Kool Hits weather is brought to you by Big Sandy Superstores of the Tri-State. For all your furniture and appliance needs, see Big Sandy today.
Kool Hits weather.
Cloudy today with a mixture of rain and snow, a high around 40. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight, low of 24. Sunshine on Sunday and a high around 57. Partly cloudy Sunday night, low of 43.
Kool Hits 105.7.
Back on Let's Talk Sports on the Kool Hits Sports Network. Talking some district tournament time. Let's go to the girls' side of things over in the 61st. Again, these games played at Rowan County High School. They'll play a girls' doubleheader on Monday night. Fleming County's the 1. They'll play Menifee County as the 4 seed. That game starts at 6. And then Bath County, your 2 seed, they'll play Rowan County as the 3 or the 2. Rowan County is the 3 seed, and that game at 7:30. Fleming County 5-1 in the district. Bath County 4-2. A lot of parity maybe there a little bit early on, but then I think Bath County and Fleming County really flexed their muscles late. And I've got a chance to see all of the teams in person except for Fleming County this year. And I will tell you right now, Bath County and Ashton Barrett, she is phenomenal. That young lady can flat out ball. I got a chance to see her when they played at West Carter. Mark Collier and what he's doing, and by the way, he's not related to me, so this isn't a public service for a family member. He is doing a great job down there in Owensville. But his team, they've got some pieces that are working. They've got some youth. They've got the little girl, she's an 8th grader, Kyra Fareed. It's Kenneth Fareed's daughter. And if you don't remember Kenneth Fareed, he played basketball at Morehead State. He was the leading rebounder for the nation. Went on and played in the pros. He was a really good basketball player. And you could watch his daughter. She's, again, like I said, she's an 8th grader, still trying to figure some stuff out. But, man, when she gets everything coming together, she's going to be a tough one. I mean, she's going to be a true post player that we've not seen for a long, long time in the 16th. Kind of like what you've seen develop out of Jasmine Jordan out of Boyd County. Jasmine was really kind of rough around the edges when she started under Pete. And Pete just took her and kept working her. And now Jasmine goes out every night, and she's a double-double. And it shows her leadership that she's put in, her dedication, her work ethic, being able to be coached. That was something that, she had to really go through. And watching Jasmine and how she's developed, that's what I look when I see the Fareed girl at Boyd County. Got to put everything together. But when she does and it comes together, good luck trying to stop her. Now, on the other side of things, Fleming County, Jacob Hankins, who works with us here at Kool TV, he's had an opportunity to see Bath and Fleming almost on back-to-back nights against a similar opponent of West Carter. And when he talked to me after the games, he said, I still think Fleming's the team to beat. Now, Rowan County, of course, the first year post-Haven Ford, they lost Destiny Utterback to an ACL. So Matt Stokes has had his hands full. I mean, they've just tried to grind through everything they possibly could, and it's kind of been a roller coaster of a ride. They've been up and down, and they kind of went into a little bit of lull there in January. They bounced back with a win over Lexington Catholic, lost to Fleming County by 2, then wins over West Carter and East Carter, lost to Johnson Central in overtime, and then lost to Boyd County 67-48 last night. So Rowan County it's there. They're making some strides. I just don't think it happens this year. Now, I hope I don't take Coach East Thunder on this one because I'm sure he's probably going to use this, but that's all right, but you're going to hear it again because we looked this up together. So I'm not taking claim this. This was Coach E and I both putting this together. But the last time that Rowan County missed the district or missed the regional tournament, 2015. The last time that Bath County made it to the regional tournament, 2015. Guess who they played? Each other. So it's interesting to see how that's going to play out whenever these two teams get together. And I want to double-check something here because I'm saying 15 and now I'm double-guessing myself. No, it was 15. Bath County beat them 56-45 in the opening round of the district, February 24th. Fleming County went on to win the district championship that year. But we'll see how that one all plays out. Menifee County, again, they've got some pieces, but I just don't think they can stand tall to anything that Fleming County is going to have to offer on that side of things. On the 62nd District, these will be a doubleheader on Monday night, 6 and 8 p.m. Morgan County, the 1, they'll play West Carter as the 4. Elliott County as the 2, plays East Carter as the 3. You want to talk about some parity here. Anything can happen in this tournament. FaithCon's group, they're coming. The problem is that they get Kaylee Kinney back, who suffered an ACL injury in the first day of practice, by the way. She's back on the floor. 4 months. She's back on the floor. Plays well. Looks comfortable. Really starting to get her basketball legs underneath her. And then Nova Hatton, who is a guard that's really kind of come along this year, sprained her ankle a couple weeks ago. Now, will she be back in action? I don't know. But if they could get everybody there, I think they can give Morgan County a run for their money. Now, Morgan County, they're talking about wanting respect. Want respect. And the look at what they've done this season, there's not a ton there other than they've taken care of business in their district. And again, I'm not going to I'll call a spade a spade. I've never shied away from it. 62nd District's the worst district you got there this year. Not even close. The competition level is with the 62nd District. If you're going to draw anybody at the regional tournament, you want to draw the 62nd this year. That's a champion or a runner-up. You want to stay away from everybody else. That's your options. Now, Morgan County on the season, they're 9-18. They went 5-1 in the district. And Jordan Brangers kind of came at us on our picks and saying that, we can't get any respect. I was like, well, you haven't beaten anybody. Well, we've got a tough schedule. Look at all these teams we played. Well, yeah, you played these teams, but you got blown out by them. And whatever I sent this, I was like, you've not even played your toughest part of your schedule, which is what they just finished up with. Boyd County, Paintsville, Pikeville, Lawrence County, Bath County. By the way, they're on a 6-game losing streak. They lost to Knox Central 59-42, Boyd County 61-43, Paintsville 51-46, Pikeville 70-51, Lawrence County 50-34, and Bath County 76-56. You lose 6 straight, Coach. I'm sorry. Asking for respect's not exactly a thing that's given. Now, could they still go in there and win the 62nd? Absolutely. The big thing with this group is they've got some really good players. They've got 5 players that go out every night. The good thing is they got Autumn Ross back. She was one of their starters. She got hurt. It was like the first or second play in the game at Raceland. And they played Raceland super tough. They were down by 8-9 a lot of times in the game, then they soared right back. Took the lead. Phenomenal basketball game. Raceland won that game by 2. But they've got some great pieces on the floor. The issue is they don't have any depth on the bench. And if they get anybody injured, if they get anybody in foul trouble, it drops off significantly. So that's the only downside that I think Morgan County has. Now, the production you're going to get from those 5 starters is really good. And you know what you're going to get from those girls each and every night out. Can they find enough to do it in the postseason? We'll see. Can West Carter find magic in a bottle to get past Morgan County? That's going to be an interesting matchup, as is Elliott County and East Carter. East Carter started off the season really, really good and then kind of faltered down the stretch. You look at what they've done. They're 2-2 over their last 4, 2-4 over their last 6, with losses to Rowan County by 4, Martin County 78-46. They beat East Ridge 61-36, lost to Pike Central 58-44, a really ugly loss to Greenup County 53-43 at home, and then beat Lewis County 64-32 on Wednesday night. Now, the last time they played Elliott County, it was in Sandy Hook. That was back on February 5th, and they lost that game 55-45. They've played Elliott County 3 times this year. Twice were district games. They played them at Raceland. 64-48 was the Lions winners. East had several players out due to sickness in that game, so those did not play. They beat Elliott County on the 9th of February, 49-47 in Grayson. This one's in Olive Hill. This one should be a dandy. I think the 62nd is going to be a fun tournament to watch because of the level is there. Any of those 4 teams, I think, could possibly come out of that thing and move forward. All right, girls 63rd down in Lloyd. They'll play Tuesday night, girls doubleheader. Girls play at 6. The Greenup and Russell, that's the 1 versus 4. Russell's your 1, Greenup's your 4. Raceland Lewis will play at approximately 8:15. Again, we'll have all these games on Kool TV. Lewis County won the coin flip between Greenup, so they get the 3 seed, which got against Raceland. Here's the thing. Russell is Russell, okay? Greenup County would have to find about an entire field of four-leaf clovers to be able to knock off Russell in this game. Russell's won 65 consecutive district matchups. It's no secret. It's not in the cards for Greenup County to pull off the monumental upset. On the other side of things, Raceland is trying to do something and hasn't done in a long time, and it's get to the regional tournament. And they've got Lewis County, which is banged up something awful. Maddie Johnson, a broken hand. Happened against Raceland up in Vanceburg. Then they lost Caitlin Gilbert. Carrie Ann Highfield is battling an injury as well with an ankle. Talked to Jay Fight earlier in the week. He said she wanted to play against East Carter. He didn't let her play because he wanted to give her some extra time to heal. They know they need her in this game. This is a game that Lewis County has to get out, grab an early lead, stay close within striking distance, and grind it out. You don't want to let Raceland get this thing in an up-and-down matchup. Turn it into a track meet, and then if you're down 7, 8, 10 points by halftime, you're in a bad position. I think this is the year the Raceland Rams get it over the hump, and they get a trip to Moorhead. You've got some really nice pieces of the puzzle there with Marty Thomas in his second year at the helm there for the Rams. It all starts through Nim Maynard. She can shoot it from anywhere on the floor. She comes across half court, she's in range. And she can get to the rim very well. Good speed. Kennedy Taylor down low on the post player. Those two have been a nice 1-2 punch. Carly Boyd and Mia Atkins, the transfers out of Russell, have really settled into their places. Atkins running the point, Boyd working on that wing. And Boyd she's kind of a hit-and-miss shooter, but, man, when she gets going and gets in rhythm, there's no slowing her down. She can shoot it very well. Rebounds the basketball very well at the same time. You've got McKenna Lax, who's a senior. She's really been playing that third guard position, had been kind of beating and battling around for rebounds as well on the defensive side of things. And they've got a couple players they roll off the bench. Lexi Boggs rolls in quick. Brooke Campbell comes in quick and just gives you some minutes to kind of eat up those minutes when you get your starters off the floor to kind of give them a breather. So I think Russell and Raceland going to play in the championship game. That game will play on Thursday night at 7 p.m. down in Lloyd. Girls 64th District, it'll be Boyd County and Fairview Monday night at 7. Girls Championship will play on the 28th at 7, so that's Wednesday night. They'll play the winner of that game will play Ashland, as Ashland won the district, so only a 3-team district in that one. I think there's no doubt Boyd County and Ashland in that one. All right, so my district winners, I'm going to go Fleming and Bath, Morgan and, man, this one's a tough one. I'm going to go Morgan and Elliott on the 62nd. Sorry, I'm not, East Carter's going to hate me, but that's okay. They can hate all the, Spencer. He's the East Carter guy. I think Elliott gets it done. Raceland and Russell on the 63rd, and then Ashland and Boyd on the 64th. All right, let's take a break. We come back, we'll switch over to NCAA Top 25. Lots of great games on tap today. We'll take a look at all of those and get you over to the Borders Sporting Goods Rant of the Week, a two-parter today. Man, I'm angry. Tell me about a special person's day I heard about earlier this. And no, it is not a good thing. That's as we continue here on Let's Talk Sports on the Kool Sports Network.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank. for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road, Greenup, has been family owned and operated for over 30 years, featuring top-of-the-line material, guaranteed installation, and absolutely no one can beat JD Flooring's price. Need to replace your current flooring in one room or the entire house? Call JD Flooring in Greenup. 606-473-0411 for a free estimate. A call can get your house ready for any occasion. You'll absolutely love your new flooring from JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road, Greenup.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
The Tri-State's Cool Hits 105.7.
Back on Let's Talk Sports on the Kool Sports Network. Top 25 basketball action in store today. We got about 2 weeks left in the regular season. The conference tournaments get rolling. And I think there's some teams that their conference tournaments is going to determine where they get in the NCAA tournament, if they get in. And notice I stress the word if they get in. I think that's a conversation some teams are having. All right, here we go. Top 25 today. I got to first off, because I'm going to start with this game. Number 10, North Carolina. They'll play at Virginia today at 4. I got to give a hat tip to the Lewis County Band last night. Last home game, and I knew I was going to be up there, and I texted Jack Likens, and I said, listen, I'll be there, and the band better be there, because if I don't get to hear my song, I may just leave. We walked in the gymnasium last night, and they wasn't there. I almost turned and got in the truck and left. Well, they were a little bit late getting there, so they got there and set up and stuff. So I went up, talked to the band director, and we kicked it around. And he said, I got you tonight. And I said, when are you going to play it? He said, halftime. I said, all right. So we're in halftime, and they're playing their normal skit. He turns, because they're on the other side of the floor than we are. So he turns, and he looks over at me, and he gives me the finger, like this, pointing the finger up in the air. And I was like, all right, let's go. And they play the North Carolina fight song. And Jack Likens and I both clapping and our hands pumping and just as happy as could be. But hat tip to those great kids up there. They rock the house every single night. The band is something that just brings another element to a high school basketball game, especially when they're a good one. And, man, they had it rocking last night. It was the first time I got to hear them this year in the big gym. But those kids have come so far. And their band director, he rocks the house. He does a great job. But I just want to say thank you to those guys for what they did. I got a private showing a couple weeks ago. We were over at the high school gym, the little gym, and Jack come and got me and took me back to the band room, and they were rehearsing. So I got to listen to the thing, just me, and it was like, this is phenomenal. And then they played it during halftime, and I stood up and started clapping with them. I was like, heck yeah, I will. I'm not afraid. All right, so Carolina at Virginia today. That one should be a good one. Good test for Carolina on the road against a Virginia team that's a super defensive team. Again, you know what Virginia's going to bring. They're going to get up in your face, try to slow things down. They want to keep this game down in the 50s, 60s if possible. Carolina wants this game up in the 80s. If Carolina can get this thing 75, 85, easy win for them. But I still think Carolina's probably in the top 8. I think they're a lock for a 2. There's still a chance they could get a 1. There's a lot of shoveling. Connecticut and Purdue lost this week. Listen, guys, this is probably one of the most parity-filled NCAA tournament brackets that we've seen in a long time. It's going to happen this year. There's not going to be chalk going to the Final Four. I'm telling you right now. This could be one of those crazy years we got a 15 in the Final Four. You heard it first here, okay? On February 24th, we could have a double-digit seed in the Final Four this year. I think it's possible. We'll see. All right, today at noon, number 2 Houston at number 11 Baylor in Big 12 action. Houston is 23-3 on the season, 10-3 in Big 12 play. Baylor 19-7, 8-5. That game down in Waco. At 1 p.m. today, Vanderbilt goes to Gainesville to play number 24 Florida in SEC action. At 2 p.m., Washington goes to number 4 Arizona. Arizona 20-6 on the season, 11-4 in Pac-12 play. West Virginia travels to number 6 Iowa State. Number 8 Duke is at Wake Forest. And number 25, BYU at Kansas State. At 2:15, Iowa goes to number 12, Illinois. At 3:30, it's number 20, South Carolina at Ole Miss. Today at 4, a big one down at Rupp, number 13, Alabama at number 17, Kentucky. Kentucky, a loss at LSU. LSU. Listen, Kentucky, they're in trouble, folks. I think Kentucky is probably a ceiling of a 6, probably closer to a 7-8. And if they lay an egg in the SEC tournament, who knows where this team's going to be. They've got to win big in the SEC tournament. They're going to play on Thursday. There's no doubt about in my mind. They're going to play on Thursday. But they've got to beat Alabama at home today, and I don't see it happening. Kentucky's a 3.5-point favorite. I think Bama wins by 10. We'll see. 23rd ranked. Now, of course, you know that's my Kentucky hatred always speaking out there, so it's fine. But I'm not a Kentucky fan. I think they've been highly overrated all season long. You got to play some defense to win a championship either way. Number 23, Texas Tech at UCF at 4. At 6 o'clock, Texas at number 9, Kansas. 6 p.m., number 14, Auburn is in Georgia. Tonight at 8, Villanova goes to number 1, UConn, who lost earlier in the week. Texas A&M's at number 5, Tennessee. Number 21, Washington State at Arizona State. Number 22, Colorado State's at UNLV. Tonight at 10, San Diego goes to number 18, St. Mary's in West Coast Conference play. And number 19, San Diego State and Fresno State will battle in Mountain West play tonight at 10 out in Fresno. The Borders Sporting Goods Rant of the Week when we turn after this on Let's Talk Sports on the Kool Sports Network.
If you're looking for a complete discount pharmacy with old-fashioned service and excellent prices, look no more. Since 1979, Stultz Pharmacy has provided our area with the finest in pharmacy care, 24-hour emergency prescription service, free delivery, and drive-through service for prescriptions. Stultz Pharmacy continues to fill all of your expectations. They carry a nice selection of gift items. For hometown service, see the professionals at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
River Cities Builders is a licensed general contractor specializing in commercial and industrial projects, and they have a history and reputation of providing top-notch expertise through their experienced and devoted workforce. River Cities Builders also is a gas facility maintenance company offering petroleum equipment maintenance and EMV-compliant upgrades for smart payment terminals, and they offer 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency service. Call 606-473-4112 or visit rivercitiesbuildersinc.com.
Hello, I'm Michael Bowling, Senior Vice President of Kentucky Farmers Bank. When you do business with Kentucky Farmers Bank, you're making an investment in your community. Your money stays local, we never sell your loan, and in turn, we invest in local families, churches, schools, and charities. We believe in our community, and that's why we are the better bank for loans.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for loans since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road, Greenup, has been family owned and operated for over 30 years, featuring top-of-the-line material, guaranteed installation, and absolutely no one can beat JD Flooring's price. Need to replace your current flooring in one room or the entire house? Call JD Flooring in Greenup, 606-473-0411 for a free estimate. A call can get your house ready for any occasion. You'll absolutely love your new flooring from JD Flooring, 2017 Ashland Road, Greenup.
Quality Marathon gasoline, great monthly specials on snacks and beverages, and fantastic service. Those are the qualities of Clark's Pump and Shops. You'll find a Clark's Pump and Shop near you in the Bluegrass State and beyond. And Rick and Brent Clark want you to know that they take pride in giving you the best prices and service, and they thank you for your patronage. Clark's Pump and Shops are a division of the John W. Clark Oil Company. Clark's Pump and Shops. Return, refresh, refuel.
Kool Hits Weather is brought to you by Big Sandy Superstores of the Tri-State. For all your furniture and appliance needs, see Big Sandy today.
Kool Hits weather.
Cloudy today with a mixture of rain and snow, a high around 40. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight, low of 24. Sunshine on Sunday and a high around 57. Partly cloudy Sunday night, low of 43.
Kool Hits 105.7.
Back here on Let's Talk Sports on the Kool Sports Network. Time for the Borders Sporting Goods Rant of the Week. Borders Sporting Goods US 60 in Canonsburg for all your hunting and fishing needs, as well as Liberty Gun Safes. See the great folks out at Borders US 60 in Canonsburg. All kinds of fishing sales going on right now. They've got all They've got a ton of new fishing products in, including the Rapala Crush City Plastics. They've got the Strike King Elite Jerkbaits. They've got the Berkeley Finisher. The Krieg is on its way. Go see them on. The fish are about ready to start turning on for spring. It's going to be phenomenal times. Had a great time out there last week for the open house event. Safes are still on sale. They've got kayaks. They've got guns. Go see them. They'll get you all squared away. Borders Sporting Goods out in Canonsburg. This one's a two-parter, folks. There were these two objects hit, and I had to go with both of them. First thing, this whole thing with AT&T earlier in the week, and everybody was panicking because they lost their service, and they thought it was a cyber attack. It turned out it was just a mistake by AT&T. But the crazy part of what happened here was the basic fact of it wasn't the fact that people's phones stopped working, but people's phones that stopped working started panicking, and they needed to make a phone call to try to see if their phone was working. So who did they call? 911. Are you freaking kidding me? You call 911 because you're worried that your cell phone isn't working. And what happened? There were several 911 centers across the United States that crashed because they were getting flooded with people calling 911 to see if their cell phone was working. You can't call somebody else besides 911 to see if your stinking phone's working. And second of all, it is not an emergency that your cell phone is not working. Listen, this world ran many, many years without the internet, without cell phones, without social media. And let me tell you right now, it ran a lot better than it does right now. I heard people talking about, I wish I had a landline. Oh, my God. But give me a break. Calling 911, if you called 911 because your cell phone, you need to check yourself. You've got real issues. There is so many people I could think of that I could try to call. Or you know what? Maybe just put my phone down. I wasn't exactly in an emergency. I don't need to call 911 to, it's not, I'm not having a heart attack. Nobody's dying. My house isn't on fire. Nobody's getting ready to jump off of a cliff. Come on. Calling 911, really? Because your cell phone's not working? Give me a break. That's pathetic. I don't understand it. Listen, I'm on my phone for sports. I do a lot of stuff with my phone with sports. I do a lot of stuff through the business here with the internet. But when summertime rolls around and we hit June and baseball season finishes up, softball season finishes up, I unplug. And I do that for a reason, because I need a reset. Because literally for 10 months out of the year, that's all I do. On my computer, nonstop. And again, during the summertime, if you see something coming through my social media accounts, there's two things it is: fishing or food. That's it. Fishing or food. There's no sports. I just unplug. Sometimes people really need to do that more and just kind of reset your body to understand where you need to be. All right, so that's part one. Now, part two, and this one right here, when my wife told me about this one just rubbed me absolutely the wrong way. So there is somebody out there, and again, I don't have a lot of the details on this because she didn't give me all the details, but there is somebody out there that is saying that we need to do away with Mother's Day and Father's Day because we don't have a Special Persons Day. I'm sorry, what? Special Persons Day? No, we're not talking about Dwayne, okay? Mothers and fathers are special persons. My parents, I could not do anything that I've ever done in my life without my parents. I know a lot of people who have parents that are not in their life but have had someone that has been that role model for them, and they still call them mom and dad. But to tell me that you want to take away Mother and Father's Day so we can have a Special Persons Day, put your stinking cupcakes down. Go hug another tree. Unbelievable. What is wrong with our community? You want to take the most influential person that should be in your life, and I know that it's not, but I've been very fortunate that I had two phenomenal parents. My wife, same way. We try to be, for our kids, that rock that our kids had. I've been around a lot of people who have had phenomenal parents. The parenting through my entire family, on both sides of my family, great parents, there for their families, taking care of their families the way they're supposed to be. But that doesn't always happen. But don't tell me that we need to get rid of Mother and Father's Day so we can have a special person's day. Or we don't. If we're going to if we can't have a special person's day, we need to get rid of Mother's and Father's Day. Wrong answer. Go have some more cupcakes, but stop the nonsense. I am so fed up with this nonsense that we do of we're going to offend someone. Guess what? I'm offended. Offense, you get offended on a two-way street. Just because something offends you doesn't mean that you can't be offended. You can look at me and say, well, what you said offended me. Well, guess what? What you're saying offends me. If you don't like it, tough. Get over it. They sell Kleenexes at Walmart, $1 a box. Go to the dollar store, you probably get 2 for 1. Well, probably 2 for 2 now because of our society. Everything's doubled. I'll even buy you a box of Kleenex if you need them. Start your crying. I'll bake you a batch of cupcakes. Don't mess with my mom and dad. They deserve that one day a year. And it's just, parents deserve more than one day a year. But to have their one day to say, hey, this is mom's day, this is dad's day, yeah, I'm okay with that. You take that away, I don't like you. Don't like that? Tough. You pick on me, leave somebody else alone. Pick on Dwayne. Everybody picks on Dwayne. I pick on Dwayne. I love Dwayne to death. Don't mess with my mom's day. Don't mess with my dad's day. Take your special person's day. Go down to the park and have yourself a cupcake and hug a tree. That's a Borders Sporting Goods Rant of the week. Hey, Dickie and Coach E's up next. They've got the boys and girls 16th Region basketball show. We're at Moorhead next Saturday for the draw show. Crazy times this week. It's postseason. Hit us up, Kool1057.com, over on Kool TV. Guys, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week right here on the Kool Sports Network.